Hey everybody, this is Guitar Props, or as some of you may not know, my actual name is Alex. I wanted to go ahead and introduce myself, as well as show some appreciation not only for the found parts that we use from movies and TV shows, but also to go ahead and give appreciation to those that put in the hard work to find these found parts for movies and TV shows. I've been making props and costumes for about 14 years now, and I hope my skill has improved at least a little bit, but something I have learned along the way is that in almost every movie and TV show, especially with one of my favorites, being Star Wars, as I'm sure you can tell, they used a lot of real-world objects that the makers and prop makers went ahead and tinkered with and changed a little bit. And the one that I wanted to talk about today was what has come to be, I think, maybe one of my favorite found parts, and that is the Motorola Pageboy. Now, the Motorola Pageboy came out in 1964 and is basically one of the earliest, if not the earliest, commercially available pagers. Now, to be fair, it kind of worked more as a walkie-talkie, but it definitely did send messages back and forth to people back in the 60s. Now, what I love about this part is that it's found in one of my favorite movies of all time. That is Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. This little part here is used actually, as some of you might recognize, or you may not know, this is actually the chest box on the Y-Wing pilot's vest, as pictured, watch this amazing transition, here. So why am I talking about this pretty much 60-year-old outdated piece of equipment? Well, something that I've really come to love about the prop and costume making community is how much effort people put into not only finding out what each and every individual part is, but also going through the lengths to find the actual original version to use them in their builds. There are some people that immediately stick out to my mind that their builds just absolutely blow my mind, and that's something that I've really come to love. This piece I actually found on eBay, despite my lack of ability to spell Motorola properly. I originally spelt it with 2 L's. I thought I couldn't find one of these, but after doing a lot of research, I actually was able to pick one up relatively recently, and I just absolutely love this piece. Obviously, over the past 60 years, this thing has seen some pretty heavy wear and tear. It's actually pretty filthy in here. There's even a pretty noticeable dent right here where it was probably dropped, but aside from that, this thing looks awesome. I absolutely love this. And I've come to love this so much that I realized in the later Y-Wing pilot build that I'm going to do, given some time once I finish my other backlog of, projects that I have, I'm going to go ahead and build a Y-Wing pilot, and I kind of don't want to use this. Now, there are some makers that do make resin copies of this. There are even some people that have made absolutely beautiful 3D printed STL files that are available for free online, but I thought, it would be great to use the original piece. So what I'm actually going to end up doing is I'm most likely going to make a silicone cast of this, or rather a silicone mold of this, and then cast it in a resin. And if any of you are interested, or that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and reach out, and I'd love to make these available for people. But I just thought I'd do a quick little show and tell, showing something that I've come to really appreciate and something that I think is just really cool. If you guys thought this was interesting or you'd like to see more about it, let me know. Or if you have any other suggestions or any more questions about this little tool or anything else that you might have seen or recognized in a movie, go ahead and leave a comment. Anyway, thanks for watching.